Are we ready for Christmas?
No, but are we ever ready for Christmas?
Well, let's do the show,
and
then we'll go get ready for Christmas.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah,
How's that
sounds
sound?
like a plan.
Welcome to another episode of Our Haunted Travel with your hosts, Sean and Marianne.
Well, hello there, parapeeps, and welcome to another episode of Our Haunted Travels. Let's Talk Paranormal Live. I am your host, Sean Donnelly.
I'm your co-host, Marianne Donnelly.
We are live at 5. And tonight's topic, we are going to be talking about ghost stories at Christmas.
Ooh, and that's kind of a lot of next week, too.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I sense a theme.
You see how that works? All right, so we are, need to apologize a little bit. First of all, our disclaimer, we are live, so if I say something stupid, blah, 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 Marianne's going to be here to correct me, that kind of stuff. But I didn't have a chance to actually get the show set up, and I'll explain why here a little bit later. But we are a little bit behind the 8 ball. Christmas in a couple days. We got a lot of stuff we got to get done. So tonight we're only going to stream for like an hour, okay? And I hope you guys don't mind.
That's the plan anyway.
Yeah, that's
you know
the
how
plan.
that always goes so well.
That's the plan. I don't even have the graphics and everything else done. Which also leads me to saying this is the last time we are going to be streaming live and recording using this computer.
There you go. I was waiting for the end. I was like, wow, you're quitting?
No. Using this computer. We have a new machine that is sitting in the wings. That's one of the things I plan on doing after the holidays. In between holidays, basically. Is getting that all set up and all that other stuff like that. So what we normally do when we're starting out is everyone want to check in. Let us know where you're from. And normally this is the time where I'm bringing up the graphics and all that other stuff. But I only have one I got to worry about right now. And I'm not going to show it, but we're going to read it. Okay? And we're going to talk about today's show supporters.
All right.
If I can find it. There we go, right there. Can you read it? All right,
Yep.
Click on it. There we go.
Okay, yes. Is that time for me to do that already?
Yep.
Wow,
Yes,
okay.
it is.
All right. So, Crash Palace, Promote Horror, and Suzanne Least.
And
then, of course, we have our Patreon supporter who is Be Unique.
that's right.
And actually, Be Unique's owner is in the house.
That's right. She just dropped in.
She did.
Mark says he's here.
So
Joanne
Reagan is that person, and she says Mark's here too.
Right. So to become a show supporter, basically, all you have to do is follow us on Twitter, which is @PanicDatabase. Like our tweets, we tweet our tweets, all that kind of stuff. Or you can become a $5 Patreon supporter on our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/PanicDvideos. And I'm sure our humble assistant, Nightbot, is going to be putting that out at some point during the live stream.
All right.
Do you want to tell them who we are?
No.
I ask you every week and you say no.
I know.
For those of you who don't know who we are, Sean and Marianne Donnelly of PanicD.com, DarkShadowGhostTours.com. We're the owners of those websites. We started a series back in November of 2017 called Our Haunted Travels, and our purpose of our YouTube channel is to highlight over 200 locations that we have been to out of the PanicD.com database, and those locations are historical and have paranormal claims.
That's right. You did a lovely job. See, that's why you get to do that, and I get to talk in the house.
With no graphics.
I know.
I did it with no graphics.
Look at you. You're getting really good.
So we got some stuff we're going to do tonight. We have a box opening or a package opening.
We do.
We're going to do some shout outs, and we're going to talk a little bit about ghost stories at Christmas time, the tradition. You got something to show for your little purchase type thing.
I do.
And we're going to talk about the book giveaway.
That we do.
So let's do the book giveaway,
Book
get to that. Did you happen to see her in chat?
I did not.
Alrighty. Well, I think I have her information where I can get a hold of her, and maybe we'll see her pop in. So last week we did something that, we doubled it up. The week before, Happy Trails actually won our book.
She did.
And I get a tweet from her right before we went live saying she's enjoying it and she's reading it. Which is kind of cool. Last week we said we were going to give away another one. We only had one person enter, so she's the winner. That's Lady Vamp. So she's got one coming to her. I'll have to get a hold of her and get her address, and we'll get that signed and shipped out.
That's right. Yes, and Happy Trails K says, love this book. It's so funny and cute.
You can do all kinds of things when you're on your deathbed.
Speaking of which, I saw that Michael was in the house. He's been pretty much on his deathbed for the last week. He sounded a little bit better this morning. He was still coughing and blowing his nose and things.
I was like half awake this morning on Michael's live stream.
I know you were.
I woke up hearing Michael's voice. And I'm like, oh, Marianne's already up. She's on the best hour.
See, he woke up to you this morning.
I woke up to your voice this morning, Michael.
Yes, so he seems to be feeling a little bit better. And so we wish him a speedy recovery. And see what he gets done. He said he hasn't done much video recording. Well, he's been sick, but maybe he's written a book or something.
Maybe. Never know what happens. All right, we got 10 watching. So, hey, folks, if you've been on our live streams, this is the point where we ask you to go ahead and share this out. See if we get some more people in there. Make sure you hit that like button. We got 10 people watching. Oh, yeah, Marianne just clicked it. Thanks, Marianne.
You're welcome. I never do it unless somebody says to, so... I always forget that.
See if we can stimulate YouTube and tell people we're live and all that fun stuff. So, whatever. We'll see what happens.
All right.
We're kind of winging it a little bit today, folks.
All right.
Hope you don't mind. I don't like using the word folks. Parapeeps. We're winging it today, parapeeps.
That's right. So what else you got there for your next piece there?
Actually, it is your turn.
It's my turn?
To take the roll call.
All right. Let me bounce over to that. We have Karen Summers, Happy Trails Hiking, In the Woods with Wolfie, Joanne Reagan, Mark Kaiser, Annette Reagan, Kelly Reynolds, Michael Fair Jr., Ninhango Johnny, Teresa Gregory. I don't know if anybody else has been there and dropped off the list.
Well, if they
run
pop
back
in, we'll
there
say hello.
to the top of the list and see. I don't know. I don't know if I said Teresa Gregory. She was here too. All right. If anybody else is here, please say hello. President Seds is here. Said.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Anybody new to our channel? Hey,
welcome.
We do historical, paranormal, and forensic related videos. If you're into that kind of stuff, go ahead. Smack that subscribe button and ring that bell, and you'll find out when we put out a video. Which is pretty much close to every day because I can't slow down.
It's not supposed to be.
No, it's supposed to be 3 times a week, but yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right, so we last night, we had plans for when we got home from work, but they kind of got derailed a little bit.
They got derailed.
Actually, they got derailed the last 3 or 4 nights, but
it happens.
Yeah, last night was a busy day. It was we were glad to fly home from work, start our vacation, and
we didn't really fly. We just drove
I kind of flew
quickly out of town.
I don't think the tires touched the pavement. We're out of here. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long final day.
Yeah,
we'll
so then we had dinner and starting to relax a little bit. The plans were to kind of go out in the middle of the night.
Yeah, we were going to take a nap.
Finish up some Christmas shopping.
We were going to take a
little nap.
And then get up and go out in the middle of the night.
Yeah. And I noticed that Pusha was going to hit 5K or did hit 5K or something.
Did hit 5K.
So I said, well, I'll pop on, say congratulations, you know, that kind of stuff. And next thing you
that's
know...
where the night ended and the new day had begun.
Yeah, next thing you know, it's 4:30 in the morning. And we were still in like a group panel having an awesome conversation. And so, yeah, it was a...
And then we had to be up in time to watch Michael, and I was a little late. And
yeah.
You were even later.
So plans have changed.
Yeah.
We're just
it's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. It was fun, though. So congratulations again, Pusha, for hitting 5K.
That's right.
Awesome people. If you guys don't know Pusha Studios, I think pretty much everybody in here knows them. Highly recommend them. I'm going to put a link then to the description to their channel and, you know, tell them thank you. We towards the end of their live stream, Andrew invited me up on the panel. What did I say? Paulie Vlogger was on there. TWG7 was on there. Green Bay Wacky was on there. Fireman CV. Who else was on there? Recycled
Dude. TWG7. I'm sorry,
yeah.
I was watching.
Yeah,
this.
you were watching chat. That's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had fun.
We did until very late into
then
the early morning.
Then Pusha went offline and dropped out, and all of us were still on the panel, like talking, and we had, you know, interesting conversation. Got to know Fireman CV a little bit better. Mm-hmm. It's always fun hanging out with TWG7 and Paulie. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Paulie started a new channel.
He did.
And I subscribed to it last night, but I have to find it. I don't know where it's at. But we did get a package.
We did.
From Paulie.
We did. So we need to open this
So this is from
package.
Paulie Vlog. Let's go ahead and open it now. There's a good segue.
Okay.
So we got a little package. Actually, this is our second package we ever received, I think, isn't it? Yeah, we got that painting from Crypt 6.
Crypt 6. 2 paintings from Crypt 6.
Well, through the mail. We got stuff from your sister that hand-delivered stuff.
Right. He tapes well.
Well taped.
Well taped. All the way from Hawaii.
I think you're supposed to show that on the camera.
Well, I'm trying, but it's hard for me. I'm not good at this game. It's hard for me. I should have prepped this a little bit. Tight fit. All right.
That 'cause it has
I know. I was trying really hard not to rip the address.
Well, I'll put this over
All right, so it's a copy of his book. Very exciting. We've been waiting for this. Aw, 2 Panic D videos. Signed and delivered.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
And I think this is one of 6.
This is the 6th in the series.
Oh, it's the
He
6th
said
in the series?
he's working on the 7th. Super awesome.
Where did I put my...
Super awesome. Hopefully I
Oh,
I
there
won't
he
be
is, right there
lost.
in the back.
Yeah, hopefully I won't be lost if I just start here with this book. Because, you know, I didn't say anything, but I literally only have the paper that the kids did yesterday to grade over the holiday vacation.
Why would you bring that up now? Why would you even bring that up and jinx yourself?
Because now I'll have time to read Polly's book a little.
Well, you gotta hurry up and read it so I can read it.
So, very exciting. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Polly.
very much, Polly.
See,
I know he's not
Santa
on here, but
Polly,
hopefully he catches this.
Santa
replay.
Polly delivered on time.
Santa Polly.
That's right.
Food. Did he put food in there?
No, I don't
No?
think. No, I think it was just a Panic D videos.
Very cool. We owe him a package.
Food.
We owe him a package
Yes.
anyways,
What'd you
but
do
now
with
we
the
have
package?
it's over here. Now we have his address because Polly was voted the something with ClueTube, and we owe him a shirt, and we'll have to shoot him out our book.
He won the People's Choice.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right.
Yes.
Do you want to do your eBay thing?
Happy Trails says team reading.
Team reading. That's right.
Actually, if it was closer to summer, this would probably be the book to read in the car on our.
Which is
journey.
normally what we do if it's a road trip. She reads to me while we're driving, and it makes it go quicker.
Read it to him. Yeah, as he drives.
Yeah.
All right, Active Dad Lifestyle has joined us as well. So
Hello,
welcome.
hello.
Welcome. And I don't know if I said it. I know I typed it. Irvin DePaid Tourist is here as well. So welcome.
So we're
to
about
him,
15
too.
minutes into the stream. So I understand, we have a very open revolving door policy if people have to go and come. So, but I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas if you
Yes.
have to go. We're going to do it at the end of the stream too. But if you have to
We'll
leave,
do it a few times throughout.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you want to do your eBay thing? And
Well,
get that?
did you...
What?
Do you hear that?
Oh.
Do you hear that? It sounds like a funny squeaky sound.
It's a funny squeaky noise. That thing's just creepy looking. Don't get it too close to the mic. There might be people with your headphones.
So this is my purchase here. I have the...
You can shut it off now, can't you?
He'll go off in a minute. He's my National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation squeaky squirrel from In the Tree. Boy, he does talk for a while, doesn't he? Anyhow, so this is my guy. We actually didn't get it actually on eBay. I actually got it at
Castle Noel.
Castle Noel, which we did last week.
Something like that.
Something like that. We did Castle Noel. And so you can purchase a whole bunch of the National Lampoon's things there at his shop, at Mark Claus's shop. And this was one
Which
of
I don't
my
know if I
purchases.
told you. Did I tell you that Castle Noel commented on...
You did tell me.
Yeah,
You
it was
did
very
tell
cool.
me. Yeah.
The video that we did about Mark Claus, the man saving Christmas, they actually commented on it, and
Got
that was pretty cool.
a little bit of the
Squirrel?
squirrel, what do you call it?
Everywhere.
The
Dander?
packaging
Oh.
from him. Yeah.
Squirrel dander.
Squirrel dander.
Squirrel dander.
Just bring him up to let him take a look.
No, get
Where
him
is
off
that
of me.
Eddie?
You're
He
freaking me out.
usually eats these things.
He's going to get chucked out the window here in a minute.
So we'll put him back by our tree. But that's my little Christmas purchase that we'll have there. He's going to chill with Boris.
All right, so can we share these links because they're both in chat right now?
They're both in
Okay.
chat. All right.
All right, so
let's do it. Which
we're
one do you
gonna
want
we're gonna
first?
transition here. Start talking about Christmas or ghost stories at Christmas time. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the most famous ghost story at Christmas time, of course, is Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol.
So is this the one?
Well, there was a huge collab that was put together with most of everybody's in chat right now. That was part of that. But for those of you who don't know, Marion's going to drop the link in chat right now to Chandra Pivo's channel. It's called Christmas Carl.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in it.
Yes.
I play a very beautiful Mrs. Doubtfire type character. But yeah, definitely check that out. And then after the stream's done, I'm going to put a link to that. It's kind of like a, Needs More Subs wrote the script, which was awesome. And Susan's creative, worked with Needy and putting all that together. And Chandra Pivo edited it, and everybody collaborated and put it together. And it just came out like awesome.
Yeah, it
So
did.
that's
come
one
off.
of the things we're going to show our family
Yeah,
during
Chandra-
Christmas. You guys
Chandra
gotta
did a
check
great
this
job
out.
of
Which reminds me, I got to
melding all
charge up
these
my
things
iPad
together.
to take it with us so I can do YouTube on the road.
Okay.
I got to find it first.
Okay. But yeah, Chandra did a really nice job of piecing it together. I mean, we're literally all over.
Yeah,
the
we were
place,
all over
and
the place, and
we're
that was
all
awesome.
literally put into one video,
awesome.
and I think she did a great job of melding those together. Everybody did a great job on their roles, but she did a really great job of melding it together. So fantastic.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then another video that I want to talk about that's kind of like it's. I told Kay it was kind of like a Panic D production type video, but it was so cool. They went to this candlelight. It was just a step. I'm surprised that there wasn't like a lot of ghost stories type stuff going on. But it's really cool. You got to check it out. Marion's going to drop that link, and I'm going to put it in the description too. It's at the Daniel Boone home, I believe, and it's they did a candlelight Christmas thing and. People dressed up in period clothing. We love that stuff.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we do when we go on travel is look for those things
Mm-hmm.
because I think they're awesome.
Yeah, I do too.
Especially when people get into the character and they use the accents and You know, that kind of stuff. And it's kind of funny when you go to places and it's like, it's just a job for them and they're dressed up in period clothing. You're like, what do you want? You know, well, I find it kind of funny that you're selling juicy fruit and, you know. Yeah. But check that one out too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So.
I think they were both pretty awesome. But yeah, I love going to those old time towns and seeing everybody dressed up and it kind of makes me wish that I was retired already so that I can go and volunteer and be one of those docents in those towns. That's where I want to go.
From that type of being and character. We're not actors. I've never had any.
Oh, I was never even in.
I think I was in a play when I was younger once. You know, played.
I was never even in drama club.
Part, but it's
never ever.
I think it's from being a part of and hearing those stories and the people in the period clothing that it's I don't know.
Yeah,
that's what attracts me to the ghost stories and stuff. Which, by the way, let's talk about ghost stories at Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Okay, which is the title of our show, and we are 20 minutes in, which we should be done with our
that's
housekeeping.
Pretty normal for us.
See, I could do this without graphics, but it's more fun with graphics.
Did you have something for this?
That's at the end.
Oh, okay.
That's at the end.
There's nothing there. Okay.
I know.
All right.
So you found some stuff. Well, let's because I mentioned Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. That's like the most famous one that we know of now. But that was a trend back then when he wrote that. Mm-hmm. If you have Amazon Prime, there's a movie on there. It's called The Man Who Created Christmas, and it's about Charles Dickens and how he wrote A Christmas Carol. And it's pretty cool. I just watched it earlier before the live stream again for the third time. I'm probably going to watch it again because it was one of those things that was on while I was editing. And you know, if you like that kind of stuff, it's a very good movie, and it shows how he actually came across it. But back then, during the Victorian time, which is like our favorite time period, like late 1800s, early 1900s, that was a trend that would happen at Christmas. They would tell ghost stories at Christmas time, normally on Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these authors, like Charles Dickens, and there's some other ones too, I should have looked them up. See, if I would have prepared, I would have known the names. But they would write these stories, and they would be published in newspapers and magazines. Mm-hmm. And then people would sit around. You know, they didn't have television and, you know, Xbox and all this other stuff like that. They would sit around and play parlor games and tell ghost stories, which is why that line is in that song. Mm-hmm. What is that song? Most Wonderful Time of the Year?
Yeah, something like that.
The Christmas is of the year. You know, I don't want a copyright strike, but you kind of get it. Where there's a line where they're sitting around telling ghost stories and
tales of the glories of Christmases long ago.
There you go. That's why that line's in there.
But I don't know the name of the song.
I'll look it up.
Okay.
But you found some more stuff.
Well, I found that it was in the 1970s, actually. They, over in Europe, the BBC actually went ahead and did every Christmas. They did one of the Christmas ghost stories. So they basically took some of the old Christmas ghost stories and they televised them. They made television programs out of them. They did it from 1971 to 1978, I believe. 1978. And they would do them anywhere between the 23rd and the 26th of Christmas. They would play those. And I thought they were pretty cool.
Michael says, Marianne Donnelly, I find it exceptionally hard to believe that you were never in drama club.
I was not. I was the choir nerd. I was in the chorale, choral company, women's ensemble. So I was never in.
There's the lyrics.
Drama.
If you could find it quicker than me.
It's called "It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year." That was the part that we didn't know. We knew the
There'll
part.
Be parties for hosting, marshmallows for roasting, and caroling. Yeah, marshmallows for toasting and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. So
Yeah.
that line refers to telling Christmas stories or ghost stories at Christmas,
Right. Well, it
which was a tradition.
It was tradition to do that, and it was not really brought here to the U.S. very well.
No.
Because who was coming here? Mainly the Puritans, and they didn't believe in any of that stuff. They're like, "Oh, we gotta nix this stuff."
Yeah, Christmas is the birth of Christ.
And so they kind of didn't have as many of the traditions here in the United States. And then Charles Dickens kind of brought it back a little bit with his story, and kind of had that for several years after that, bringing it all back and bringing the ideals of Christmas back, and the Christianity, Christmas kind of brought in with it.
So this dates back way before Christianity. I mean, it's a pagan tradition,
Right.
actually, where they would, because of the winter solstice, which is today. No, yesterday. 21st.
Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah. Which was yesterday, so that marks the end of the long winter nights, and the days start getting longer again.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the traditions that they used to do, is talk about, ghosts and specters and
Yeah,
that kind
because
of thing.
they felt that between this time period when it was longer dark nights and things like that, and eventually when Halloween came along, that's why we didn't do so many of the ghost stories anymore, because the ghosts got their own holiday. But between that time period of October, November, December, that's when they really thought that a lot of ghosts and individuals who had transferred to the other side were actually able to get closest to...
Go ahead, finish your thought.
Okay, get closest to the living on this side, and so that's why they thought that there was more interaction between the spirits and the current living, and that's why they would tell these ghost stories.
Mm-hmm.
They would have ghost stories, and then they would, try to... The story parts would try to make it so that it seemed like these ghosts had a story to tell and a reason for coming here, and make you think about some of the, less fortunate or troubles that are happening in society and things like that as well, especially for the rich who didn't have those problems.
So what I was laughing at is Michael's, I'm trying to figure out which clique you would have been in. Were you the one stealing kids' lunch money? Now, she was the nerd.
I was definitely the nerd.
She was the book nerd.
Yeah, I didn't, to be honest, if I had a clique, it was the choir.
Yeah.
I don't know if the choir is really a clique. I didn't really have much of a clique. I had a few friends, and none of us were really in the same circles. Like, we were all just the smart kids, and then, I was in choir, and we had science classes together or whatever. That was kind of it. I wasn't really ever in a clique, so to say. Were you?
No, I was a band. I was a band geek.
See, I was the choir nerd. He was the band geek.
Band geek.
Yep. There we go. All right. So, anyways, some of the stories there from the movies, I said that they brought them out in the 70s. The first one in 1971 was about an ambitious cleric. Ambitious cleric murders an aged archdeacon at a cathedral, and soon he is stalked by a sinister black cat and a hooded figure, both of whom seem to be embodiments of carvings on the cathedral's choir walls. I would actually like to see that one. That sounds really cool. I'm going to have to try to see if I can get in there. But I like that one. And then the one in 72 is about an amateur archaeologist, which also wets my whistle, who traveled to a remote seaside town in search of a lost crown, and after unearthing it, was haunted by a mysterious figure.
Did you say were these based on true reports?
These were based on stories.
Or stories
that were told.
Written.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first one was called The Stalls of Barchester, and the second one was A Warning to the Curious. But they had all these stories like this, and they had one every year, and then they just stopped.
So we are live.
Yeah.
We need to be a little bit more interactive with our chat here, and people in chat.
We do that back
I can't
and
think
forth.
of any questions to ask. Has anybody? Well, Corinne, there's a good question for you. And Nihongo Johnny. have you guys heard of this? Does any of your traditions date back to Christmas stories or anything like that? Or not, ghost stories at Christmas? I'm sorry, folks. I'm still hadn't had enough sleep. Have you guys heard of this before? This tradition? Any of you guys in chat, have you heard of this tradition before?
And do you partake in this tradition?
I'm sure they don't sit
Because
around
we
telling
don't.
ghost stories at Christmas.
And we're the ghosty people, and we still
well,
don't.
we're changing that. Boris is starting a campaign.
Oh, that's right. I did hear Boris was going to do some of that stuff.
Last year, okay, so I planned out everything. I planned out what we were going to do each week, and then I went back and saw what did we do last year at this time, and some of those videos were already done, so had to change things up just a little bit. So Boris is actually going to be doing 3 videos featuring 27 true
21. Is it 27 now?
21. There are 3 videos that have 7 true paranormal reports of ghost stories from Christmas. It's going to start Christmas Day is the first one. So it's going to go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
So maybe next year we're going to start a petition to bring it back.
Well, we wouldn't be the first to try to do that because
I don't know what I'm going to do next year.
Smithsonian tried to bring it back.
Yeah, that was last year. That's the video that we did. It was about an article that came out from the Smithsonian about it.
I don't think they did a good job.
I don't think it went anywhere.
We'll do better than the Smithsonian?
Oh, we're going to be huge.
Oh.
We're going to be huge this time next year. We're going to be huge. All kinds of parapeeps.
All right,
we're going to change the world.
Karen said that they do not do ghost stories on Christmas, and Hongo Johnny said they don't think he's even heard of that, but it seems really fun. So I think that's pretty cool. Maybe they'll start doing them over there too.
Why not?
Yeah.
Tell one.
Yeah.
Say I heard this on Panic D videos.
And Happy Trails Hiking says we don't tell ghost stories at Christmas either, unless recreating the nativity and is talking about ghosts of the past. I say yes. Let's make that.
That is actually a,
It is about past living people.
If you think about it, that is a paranormal story. The nativity.
Yeah.
The star that they followed. Scientists still today. We just watched a documentary on that
last week.
Yeah, it was last week. Sometime they still can't quite figure out. They're on the fence. There's 2 different. What actually was that bright light that they followed. It actually was pretty cool. When I forget the name of it, or I tell you guys, but they were talking about how the Chinese actually documented astrological events in the sky, and they were trying to pinpoint what could have caused that, and so they can't explain it, therefore it's paranormal. So I guess that would be a paranormal story.
And apparently there were angels or ghosts that had came from afar to see the different kings and things like that, to tell them to go there. So
see, when you hear the term paranormal, most people think like, oh, no, paranormal means it cannot be explained scientifically. Is the true definition of the word. So
yeah. So Ninhongo Johnny said something really cool
it's in the dictionary.
He said that in Japan, summer is the time for ghost stories. And they do that so that it'll give you a chill and keep you cool.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think that's pretty awesome. I like it.
Pretty cool.
And Haunted Explorers.
Hello.
So I think that's pretty cool. And to be honest, when do we generally have fires? We sit around campfires in the summer. So we tell spooky stories at campsites. So I think we kind of do the same thing.
Probably. Yeah,
we just don't call them ghost stories. We call them
campfire
stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael, strange lights, odd occurrences, strange smells. Well, maybe not the smells. But they did have, different smelly gifts that they brought. The kings supposedly brought, frankincense and myrrh, and those were smelly.
Yeah, true.
So, Michael, there's smells too.
All right, so we have these links in that document, correct? Yes.
All
right, I'm just kind of cleaning this up a little bit.
Okay, all right. So anybody else have any stories, or do you do any ghost stories for the holidays?
You already asked them that.
But only 3 people gave responses.
Okay.
So what about the rest of you?
Oh, you put the link to Polly's book. Okay, that's cool.
I did not put it out there, though.
No, but it's on
But
there.
it's
I'm
on
going to
there.
copy
Yes.
that to the
Yeah.
description.
Yeah.
See? That's
Oh.
partnership. Working
Oh,
together.
look
See
at
how that works?
Well, look at that. Yeah.
Now, if I could get you going around watching videos and making comments. Yeah. Maybe another year.
Maybe. Yeah, but I can put the link to Polly's book. His book is kind of about vampires, so that's kind of paranormal. Polly's book. All right.
Right. Okay, what else we got? I'm moving too fast. We're only
I
at
know.
35 minutes.
And I'm out of topic.
We're out of topics. All right, so that's
Oh, his link for his book is too long for
too long.
for the chat. So I'm gonna see.
We'll put it in the description afterwards.
Let's see if
You have
I
to
can.
run it through a shortener, probably.
Yeah, it's too long. By 23 characters, it's
Yeah.
too long. So we'll have to
We'll put it in.
do
We'll
that.
put it in the description.
later. Yeah.
So coming up this week, we have a teaser coming out Monday. It's a real short one, a couple minutes, but it's explaining what we just told you about Christmas and those 3 days. Next Friday, we're going to try something new, because hopefully by then we have the new computer set up. And I was thinking I have like a day to do that, because we got something going on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah. So that gives me Thursday.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get it done. So Friday, we're going to try our location videos. Our location videos are actually the videos that are supposed to be our channel, but they don't get many views on a Friday. I don't know why. Maybe because they're a little longer. But then there's the history of the locations and that kind of stuff. So Friday's video, we're going to do it live. And it's going to be at 11:30. So best hours at 10 to 11, and then Kay goes live with the 30-day challenge at 11.
At Happy Trails Hiking.
Happy Trails Hiking, yes. And this is Eastern times. And then at 11:30, we're going to go live and do the location. We're going to do the Christmas Story House. Which, again, I said, hey, we're going to do Christmas Story House and feature it as a location. We did that last year. We already have it out there, but we're gonna talk about more about our experiences.
And you know how much I love the Christmas Story.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about how the museum, the house, actually got saved from being tore down, and how that came about.
Yeah.
So
I got some exciting news about that.
yeah, well they'll have to tune in Friday. Don't tell them now.
I know.
I know we're trying to.
But I'm just gonna give a teaser. It's something that I would have really thought was cool. And I don't like the Christmas Story.
Okay.
But I think
I
it's
picked
really
my butts
cool.
here.
Well, hello there, and so is TJ Smith. So hello,
TJ Smith. Hello.
Merry Christmas to you guys.
Um,
Aw, thank you, Ninhongo Johnny. You did not have to do
Oh,
that.
wow.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Merry Christmas to you.
you. So sweet.
Appreciate that very much. Saturday, this show, next Saturday, we're going to be doing the Christmas Story movie. Are we doing trivia? Or how the movie was made? Trivia or something?
It's
Something like that.
some trivia about how the movie was made and things like that.
Yeah,
Little tidbits.
We're going to make it like a little bit
Little
of a
tidbits.
game, maybe.
Maybe.
So, you guys love A Christmas Story. You should do well in it.
Yes. Although Happy Trails Hiking is on my side.
Oh, she don't like it either?
She says it's not her favorite either.
No.
So Marie Paranormal True Crazy and Weird is here as well. So
Well,
welcome.
hello.
Yes.
Welcome.
What else you got?
I don't know. I'm running out of stuff. See, it's hard for me to do this without my presentation. I know I'm going to forget something because I know as soon as we get off of here, I'm going to go, man, I was supposed to say something.
This, or we were supposed to.
All right, so we did the book. We did your thing. We did the shout-outs. We did the squirrel. Oh, don't do that. This thing's like annoying.
I turned him off.
Okay. All right. You can put him away now. It's kind of creepy.
I don't know. I find him amusing.
Are you guys ready for the holidays? I tell you what, we are not. We're not even close.
No.
We haven't even started wrapping yet. And we have to go do some more shopping.
We do.
Got a couple more things we got to pick up. But.
The scariest movie? Are you talking about the scariest holiday movie? Because I would have to guess that it was be one of those 1970s BBC ones.
There's a whole genre of Christmas horror movies.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't watch horror movies, so that could be my problem.
Well, you can't say that because we're part of a horror movie community on Twitter that support us.
Yeah, but I've never been into like things that just are made specifically to scare you.
Yeah.
That's not been my thing. But I do like The Conjuring and things like that are based on real stories.
Yeah, what was
even
it?
If they're
what
not.
What did you call that? What's
historical fiction.
Historical fiction.
Yeah. I do like those kinds of things, but not like any that are strictly made just for.
Yeah,
that's not been my. Yeah.
Jump out, scare you.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, like unless it has like a historical background to it, which a lot of the Christmas ghost stories actually do have is a historical background. Like they were based on something that happened to someone or a ghost that did supposedly come to visit somebody. So those ones, again, more historical.
So
Happy Trails likes historical fiction. Are you going to say the same thing?
No, Happy Trails says they're setting up present number 1 right now. Haunted Explorer says yes.
They also like zombie movies at Haunted Explorer.
Corinne says presents, check.
Not me.
Active dad lifestyle. I haven't wrapped anything yet, but other than that, I am ready as I'm going to be. Yeah, we only really kind of wrap the kid stuff, the stuff for the kids.
Yeah, the rest goes in bags.
The rest wrapping goes in the bags.
Yeah, but at least they now make holiday bags. When I was a little kid, my grandma, she would always just put everything in a garbage bag and just hand us a garbage bag. It was kind of like the funny thing that was grandma's wrapping all the time. And then when they started coming out with the paper ones that are all decorated and everything, we're like, oh my gosh, grandma, look!
So I think Corinne just referred to Christmas Day dinner as Boxing Day.
Okay, yes. Is Boxing Day the day after?
I don't know.
Corinne, help.
Oh, I thought they called it Boxing Day because that's when the family gets together and
no, it's an actual name of a holiday.
Oh, okay. That's Thanksgiving's Boxing Day in the United States, isn't it?
Stop it. So let's see here. She cooks for 10 people for dinner for Boxing Day. That's pretty cool. And Christmas Day dinner is at her mom's. Nice.
So you guys want to check out too if you want something to do 10 o'clock on Christmas. Mm-hmm. Michael is going to be doing the Best Hour Christmas special. So wherever we're at, Christmas at 10 o'clock. I have no idea. Where are we? Are we home?
I think
we have to be at your mom's for 1.
I think we'll still be here.
Okay. Well, if not, I'm going to charge up the iPad.
I know.
So
I know.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so
Paranormal Activity movies. I thought they were kind of cool, especially as you watched all of them and they
tied things back,
chained back together.
Yeah.
I thought that was very very good writing on how they did that and tied it back together. Mm-hmm. That's my opinion on it. Some of the stuff was a little bit maybe a little
too far.
Had that little bit of that scary jerk factor for, like, I call them the straights, the people who aren't into the paranormal, kind of make people jumpy a little bit. But you got to do that with those kind of movies to sell tickets.
Absolutely.
But the way it was written, it's not like National Treasure movies the way those were written, but
those were super awesome.
It was written intelligently. And I like that kind of stuff. If you're going to entertain me and take my time to stop working on something and actually watch that movie, I need my brain to be stimulated.
Yeah.
And that's just because I'm constantly at work figuring stuff out and reading and all that other stuff. If I'm going to focus on that particular movie, and I did do that with the Paranormal Activity movies, especially when they started coming out and chaining them back together, because I'm like, oh, this is interesting. We like the Conjuring ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the Conjuring ones because they're based on true stories.
Yeah, based on true cases. So
Karen says that it is Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. She says we call it Christmas Day. She says they have Christmas Eve, one Christmas Day, and second Christmas Day.
That's kind of, we do too.
We do, but not because that's the tradition here in the United States. We do it because families aren't necessarily all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do Christmas Eve at your mom's, Christmas Day will be at your mom's, and then my mom's, and then Boxing Day will be with my dad.
Right.
Yeah. And yeah. We had it down to 3.
We do have it down to 3. There for a while we had it down to 2 when we were hosting it here.
Yeah, when we first got together we had it here and said, hey, you all come over here, but now it's kind of hard because other people have kids.
And they've moved further away. And
Yeah. It's okay. 3 days is fine. 3 days out of 16. I can deal with it. What I don't like dealing with is what we still have to do yet, and that is going out shopping. I hate that. Especially if you go around, you spend time, you're going around looking at stuff, deciding what you want to get, and then you got to stand in line, and they have like 500 cash registers. They know it's Christmas time, but yet they only open up 3 registers, and you got to stand there for a half hour to check out. That just like sets me off. Sorry, that was a little bit of a rant, but that's ridiculous. And Marianne doesn't like that self-checkout thing.
No, I despise that self-checkout thing.
That freaks her out a little bit.
There's always problems.
You're right, Andrew. Andrew Kitchens. Hello. That is exactly what Amazon's for, but you got to get that stuff done earlier.
You got to have that stuff done before the 18th.
Yeah. Which we didn't.
Final shipping day. Yeah.
Yeah. We got most of it done through Amazon. Most of it. For the kids.
For the kids, a lot of it did, yeah. But
a lot of people at work said that. Here's a question for you guys: are you early shoppers? Like, do you get it to like start like the day after Christmas? I'm gonna start shopping for next Christmas, or do you kind of like wait till the last minute type thing? I've done both in my life, and I tell you what, those early shoppers, like all them people at work say, "Oh, I've been done since October." You know, the problem with doing that is you're not done.
Yeah, because you keep
then
finding
stuff come out in stores. It's like Christmas. They stock the stores up to entice people to buy stuff for Christmas. You're, oh, I think they'll like that too. I think that, and you end up spending more. I think if you wait till the last minute, it's like, boom, get it done.
Yeah. Now, normally, I'm done before we get out of school.
Yeah, that's true.
This year, we're definitely not. I don't know what happened this year.
It seems like it's earlier or something. I don't know.
This whole year's off. The date still is the 25th. But
it's just the way it falls. It's kind of...
So Karen says she is a last 2-week shopper. Happy Trail said, bought the last gift tomorrow.
There you go.
That's going to be us too.
Yeah.
Which will be the 23rd, which, will be a little bit... I remember my first year teaching, we got out of school a couple days early. We got out usually around the 19th or 20th.
Well, here's what's screwing us up this year.
I went out
Christmas
shopping
Eve
then.
is on a Monday. That's what's messing us up.
It is.
Normally we get off and we have a couple days before Christmas Eve.
Right.
That's why we're messed up. And then, because each weekend we have something going on.
Yeah.
And now... Christmas Eve is falling on a Monday. Which means, what does that mean? Next year it's going to be Sunday or Tuesday? It's going to be one day or the other.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
It's going to shift a day. So if it's on a Sunday, it's going to be even earlier.
Yeah, that's going to be super hard if it is on Sunday next year. But the first year I was teaching, I had everything done for everybody at school. And then I said, but I need to still go out and get some other things for the family. So I went out shopping, and I took my little brother. I took him with me. And weird, like I work a half hour from where I live, and I ran into some people from work, and I introduced my little baby brother, you know, and like he was a baby. He was a senior in high school, but still, it was kind of funny.
Active Dad's lifestyle. That's Alejandro. I say, I hate feeling obligated to get gifts for so many people. I'm so broke. You know what we did? Here's what we did, and it was we did this a little while ago. Probably when the kids, like the next generation, were born. So our generation, we do like we just draw names, you know, instead of buying for each other, and you know that's not the point of Christmas, anyways. You know what I mean? It's not the point.
Spending time and
it's spending time together and stuff. So we just, and it's kind of like a fun thing. We put a cap on it, you know, that kind of stuff, and we do it, you know, that kind of thing. But it's the kids, you know. That kind of thing. So, Abraxas, hello.
And self-made gifts, yes. Yeah. I can't tell you how many self-made gifts we've made over the years, or, you know. Yeah,
T-shirts. One year we did T-shirts for everybody.
Coffee mugs one year.
We did, when we first started doing the green screen photography. Oh. Yeah, when the book came out,
everybody got a book.
Yeah, we've done that, yeah. Happy Tro says, we are giving my parents time this year. And we're kind of doing that with my mom. We're going to her house, which we don't
normally
do that often.
Yeah.
She's got a tiny little grandma house. But, yeah, we're going over to her house. And
Fireman's here. Hello, Fireman. And Abraxas Paranormal.
I said hello to Abraxas. Hello, Fireman CV.
Nice of you guys to join us.
Thank you. All right, so we got about 9 more minutes
or so. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to keep it short tonight, guys, because it is the eve of the eve of the eve, and we don't want to keep everybody tied up. But we just wanted to kind of go over that old tradition of telling ghost stories to kind of introduce what we got going on this week. And
so does anybody think they're going to maybe try to put their ghost storytelling on?
I have a prediction for everybody who's in chat, because everybody who's in chat is going to at least watch the first one that comes out on Christmas on Panic D Videos, just to see what we're talking about. But I have a prediction. You're going to watch that, and you're going to hear one of those stories, and you're going to tell people, you will not believe what I heard on Panic D Videos. Because those first 7 I picked, they're pretty cool. There's actually a Santa one in there, too. Yeah. Which I have to get that done, too, as those videos aren't finished. Boris recorded the audio, but they're not edited yet.
Nice.
Oh, man.
So Karen said she drawing names for the adults is what they did when the kids were little. Do you guys still do that now that the kids are a little older? Do you guys still draw names? And are they part of the drawing of the names now, or do you still buy the kids something special? Happy Trails. I will play it for them.
I will play it for them at Panic D Videos and at Panic D Videos. Are we in here twice?
No, they're talking to us.
Oh.
I think, being that, there's 2 of us.
Oh.
Instead of saying Marianne and Panic D.
So we don't have a giveaway this week. We're not going to do a giveaway.
We're not?
No, we're not going to do a giveaway. And there's a reason. You'll see why next week.
Is it because Santa's coming for everybody this week?
That's right.
They're all going to get
We're going to change up Santa. How we're going to do the giveaways, because obviously asking people to go to the Patreon to sign up was an epic fail. Yeah. So we're going to do it differently. And we're going to start that next week.
Okay.
All right. And we got some new stuff. We got some blankets. We got some... What else we get that's new? We got blankets. We got the shirts, the blankets, the towels.
The tea towels.
Tea towels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Karen says they buy little gifts for each other now. They all buy them for each other, little tiny ones now.
I got one of the coolest things from somebody at work. I thought it was cool.
What'd you get?
It was a card. You open up and it had a $1 lottery ticket in it. I'm like, that's a cool idea. It's $1, but it could have been $500.
That's true.
You never know.
That's right. That's right.
Plus, supposedly, it's supporting the schools. Like we get that lottery money. Yeah, sure.
Well, I remember when I was in my education classes, they kind of explained to us that even though that supports the schools, whatever monies come for that, they take that out of the state budget. So like it's still the same amount of money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, really?
It's all big
now I don't know
farce.
how true that is, but
It's all big a farce in
Yeah.
the state of Ohio. But
Yeah.
anyways.
So Abraxas says, I just noticed that Boris is in the holiday spirit. He sure is.
That's right.
He's liking his Santa digs.
Is he going to be like that after Christmas? No.
No, after Christmas, he's
Yeah,
going
this
to
is
go
the last
back to
time you're
being
gonna-
regular Boris.
You're going to see Santa Boris.
Yeah.
He's going to go back to normal
And
digs.
yes. I pick my buck says they are back. They changed the kitty litter. That's important, especially around the holiday season. Got to change the kitty litter. And Happy Trail says that's what I'm buying tomorrow. So she's gonna go out and buy some of those lottery tickets, I think. Yeah. So that's kind of fun. We have to get a couple last minute little things.
Yeah, just a couple things we forgot. And then stocking stuff.
Stocking stuffers. Yeah.
Not much.
Yeah. The little things.
Yeah.
But we still have to venture out.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
the-
going to that
that's the worst
store.
thing.
Ugh. I'm not going to mention the name, but
Yeah.
let's say it begins with a W and ends with a T. It has an all in the middle. I hate that store.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. It's taking over the world of department stores, pretty much. But
It is what it is. Oh my. I picked my bet says they haven't done any Christmas shopping yet.
yeah, I still got time.
Wow. It's like the 22nd, almost the 23rd. Just saying. So you said you haven't done any yet. Are you a December 24th shopper? Like, are you gonna wait till the 24th?
They used to do everything on the 24th. They used to do everything on Christmas Eve. Put up the Christmas tree. Everything was done
I
the
know.
day before Christmas. Can you imagine?
No.
There's
I
no
can't-
way.
I can't imagine dragging a tree in or up or
It's a
whatever.
live
and-
tree. They put it up Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And
I just can't imagine that they wouldn't do that till Christmas Eve. We never did growing up. We always had it up. So it's weird that that's how it used to be.
it is.
Yeah.
Drag everything out, decorate Christmas Eve, and probably the day after Christmas, take everything down.
I'm going to guess that most of them probably left it at least until January 6th because that seems to be
It'd be hard to do with
thing,
the.
but
Well, I guess you could do it. Well, I don't know about that. Well, they had live trees and they put candles in them.
I know. That just seems so very unsafe. But they didn't have houses burning down from it. Like
Oh,
I mean,
sure
sure
there
they
was.
did, but it wasn't like everybody's house went up. Like you would think everybody's house is going to go up, but it didn't. You know.
Yeah.
So strange. I pick my bet says usually Black Friday, but the wife got a new job, so I work during the day and her at night. Oh, so you didn't get together to go do that shopping. Oh, that would be problematic.
All right, happy trails. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry
if
Christmas.
we don't see you or talk to you before then, well, we probably will.
Probably will.
I think, folks, we're gonna wrap it up, and because we got some stuff that we're gonna have to get going and working on. I got some editing to do. We got to think about what we're gonna do for dinner and all that fun stuff. And yeah, anything else you want to add?
Not really. Just everybody have a happy holiday. Be safe. Try not to burn down the
If
house.
you do follow us on Twitter, I'm going to be putting out a playlist of our Christmas-related videos because there is some stuff that we did last year. The Lawson family, I won't use the M word.
Which is our most popular video.
The man who took care of Santa is out there. They're kind of cool videos. There's the NORAD one is out there. Mm-hmm. It's all in that Christmas playlist. I'm going to tweet it out probably Christmas Eve. So if you want to check out some of those videos, kind of cool. There's some of those videos when we first started, so they're very little views, and people probably don't even know they're out there. Although, yeah, the Lawson one is our trending one, so to speak. But we would like to thank all of you Parapeeps for coming and joining us, and we wish you a very, very, very Merry Christmas. Spend time with your family, friends. Have a great holiday.
But be safe.
Be safe. Absolutely.
Because I don't want to have to come and talk to you in the dark with a little box.
That's right. So we're going to be live again Friday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And again Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And we'll get those ghost stories coming out.
All right.
Ghost stories and folklore.
Yes.
Yes. All right, folks. Hey, until next time.
Thanks for watching, and happy holidays.
Ooh. Yes.
If you'd like to see more videos from Panic D videos in the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash that bell for notifications. Also, help support the channel by sharing this video with your friends and family and anyone else who might be interested in the paranormal. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting.